Lego or Hanuk passed out again from the drink. His owl just sitting there pecking him.
I can't. Oh, hold on. I'm clicking on the wrong one. Never mind.
Yeah, can I sneak around and pick him up now?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent.
His owl pecks you. But you don't feel it though, because it's like a not ghost, but it's spectral.
Alright, I'll carry him. I'll carry him over my shoulders, like you would a child.
Okay.
Okay, so for the three of us that are here.
Well.
Sorry.
Oh, welcome back.
What I miss?
You wake up to being carried by Tornum.
Oh God! Did I drink again?
You did have a drink, and you didn't really handle it well.
I'm carrying you in the street right now.
How am I like still drunk or am I sober now?
I'll say you're sober now.
Wow, that's pretty quick. I mean, we had lunch. He passed out, and he's already.
Well, I don't know how much I drank. Okay. Can I do a check to see how sober I am? How about that?
Yeah, go make a Constitution saving with them.
Okay, hold on 1 second before I roll that.
He's gonna substitute in his 14.
I'm substituting in my 14. I divined that roll because it involves drinking, and because that's how apparently my powers are connected to, and so then my Constitution modifier is +2, so that would be 16.
Yeah, you're fine. Like I said last time, you just have a slight headache, and that's about it.
All right, I'm going to ask to be put down now.
Please put him down.
I think about it for a moment, deciding if I want to put him down or drop him.
I'm going to cast.
I didn't mean on the ground. I meant put him down.
I'm going to put him down.
I'm going to cast. Oh, you're doing that? Okay, good.
I'm going to put you down. Don't you start casting things on me.
It was a joke. Get it?
Was that in character?
Put him down. Like a
I like
dog.
I like to
no lack.
Can I cast Mage Hand?
Yeah, scan trip, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. I'm using Mage Hand to flip him off with a middle finger.
All right. You see a spectral hand.
It floats up, by the way, so it's with eyesight of him. So it's not like he has to look down to see the middle finger.
Who are you flipping
off? Is it huge or is it just
did you in character tell me that the joke of putting me down?
No.
No, I was thinking about it. I didn't say it out loud.
I'm just going to flip you all the bird and just kind of grumble a bit.
I was trying to help. At least I didn't push you over by mistake. Not having a good day.
All
right, so Averis, so what do you think we should do next?
What did I miss?
It really depends on what you guys want to go. I'm okay with either going to fight those half ogres or going to do Princess Quest right now, but it's up to you whether you want to travel the 2 days west or you want to go back to Orthorn and travel
Kind of
west.
mean in regards to Merla. What do you think?
Oh. Based off of what her mother said, by the way, I'm still pissed that you pushed her to the ground.
It was an accident. I'm big boned.
It's possible something happened to her on the road, or maybe she just didn't want to see her mother or something like that.
Well, I mean, the people in Orthorn said that she left. Well,
yes, the assistant did.
The shady assistant who didn't tell us that information when we were there the first time.
She was a slave. Like, we didn't establish what kind of slave she was.
Well, I mean, it's not
slave?
Like... No.
Yeah, she said master. Her master was gone.
No, I said her owner.
Yeah, owner. Right. Yeah, that's like
the owner of the store. You know.
Oh, I've been thinking for all these campaigns there was some sort of like she was some sort of slave race or something, and that was her owner.
I just think to myself and think, should have expected her Kate too.
Yeah, seriously though, like I really thought she was enslaved. Like that was like some sort of like pet race or something.
Jesus Christ.
She was on a dogly.
Sorry, just a little bit of that old gnome racism towards other races.
So,
Wah, wah, wah.
so according to everybody we talked to, she's missing. So Orthorn hasn't seen her, and she didn't make it here.
And we've
But she
been
did
back
make it
through
here and
this-
she left, right?
No, she
That's
didn't
what I
make it
assume.
here.
her
Didn't
mom
make
said
it.
so.
Nobody's seen her in a while, they said.
Okay.
We have no way to find her if she's in this whole like
And
path area.
we didn't see her when we traveled from Orthorn to here.
We know the
And
ogres
can't-
are near.
And we camped twice.
But the ogres are in a different direction than when she would have gone.
Yeah, that is correct, according to the dot map. So we have no. I don't have any sort of spell to track her. So
What about the ranger? Can't you do something?
he needs like a trail to follow, though. He can't just. He doesn't. I don't think the ranger has like scrying abilities.
Well, you're the wizard. Don't you have some scrying abilities?
I haven't leveled that far yet. Okay.
That's a level 5 spell.
Yeah, I can't do any sort of detecting or anything.
Druid,
like,
maybe? Can you talk with the animals?
I can turn to an animal.
I don't need you to turn into one. I need you to.
Let me check my spell book real quick.
Demon boy, you want to talk to some devils or something? See if they got any information?
Yeah, can we summon Satan to get some answers?
Not if you call me Demon Boy.
I think that was out of character, so we're okay still.
You know, I can actually speak with animals. That's something I can do.
Let's go find out an animal.
All right.
All right, so let's go to the outskirts of town and see if we can talk to an animal.
Maybe you
Why
can
don't
find
we try and speak to the horse that went
Find an
to
owlbear.
Brenton?
What about like bloodhounds? Is there someone here with hunting dogs that maybe could help us track? Could we
I can see
hire
if I can, hold on,
a
let me see
hunter?
what kind of familiars I can summon. I might actually have something for this.
I feel bad for this missing
Speak with
woman.
an animal.
Please speak to your owl.
Well, my owl's he's just been chilling. Like, he would have told me if he saw something. Okay, I got a bat, a cat, a crab, a frog, a hawk, a lizard, an octopus, an owl, a rat, a raven, a seahorse, a spider, or weasel. I don't think any of those
Oh,
have tracking
definitely the
abilities.
seahorse. That's going to be the most useful animal ever.
Oh, I can also summon a fish, a quipper, specifically. Yeah, I don't have... because I don't think the weasel
Any sort of
has any.
bird might be good, or a weasel.
I mean, I could send the... I mean, the owl could travel... how far can the owl... has to be within 100 feet of me to communicate with it telepathically or to see through its eyes. Oh, I mean, we could do I mean, I could just try. Okay, I'm just going to try to send my owl up 100 feet out of, like, at the outskirts of town, send it out 100 feet up in the air and have it do a perception check. Just like as a Hail Mary,
Okay.
I guess.
100 feet is not very far.
No. I'm just going to see if we get lucky here at this point.
Go ahead. I think it has advantage, right?
I would like to think that someone who is traveling to this town would arrive at a time of day where someone would notice someone 100 feet from town.
Well, it's 100 feet up in the air, so it'd be scanning a much larger area.
200 feet from town still isn't very far.
If it's 100 feet up in the air, it's going to be, you're way, it's pretty far in the air. Like, I'm looking to see if it could see something. I doubt it. Whatever. We'll try it. I get advantage, and it has +3 to perception. So here we go.
Was that 100 feet in the air?
5, so it'll be 17. Do I see anything?
Besides the obvious village, you remember this forest is very thick.
Right.
You see a bunch of leaves. You see the trail back to Orthorn, and you see the occasional tree stump. You see mountains to the west, and that's about all you can gather.
All right. Well, on the meta level, the DM obviously doesn't want us to continue yet with that quest. So that was,
You don't know that.
Is there something we're missing here? Because our DM likes to give really subtle hints that we don't pick up on until after he tells us. So,
I'm gonna go back into the inn and for a second and ask those guards if they know any hunters who hunt between here and Orthorn that we might be able to talk to.
He doesn't recall any. I mean,
These guys
most
are
of the. You want to talk to them. He
Because
mentions
I
that
think they would know what's going on in the town.
they don't care about their job.
Would there be anybody in town?
What
that
about
would
the
have
barkeep? Does the barkeep know any hunters? Because obviously they would come to
Yeah.
get drinks.
Is there?
What's it?
How about could Lack just ask them also if there's anybody in town of interest, sort of, like that we might be interested in talking to? If you
Yeah,
guys...
there's a guy named Brenson, and there's an old woman right across the street.
The guard says that
She's
to
a
us.
lovely person. She's a lovely person.
I think we should see this lady.
I
She
really wanna
was
cast
until her hip got
Sleep.
broken.
You know, her hip probably did get broken.
Do you say that to the guards? You say the one with the broken hip or something?
They are a little surprised, and they ask if you want to go visit her.
We say no, and I'm going to offer to buy them a round of drinks. Do they accept my offer?
You can make a deception roll. Well, I'll give you advantage.
Oh God, I'm writing deception rolls. Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay.
6. Oh, and that's my first
You
one.
have advantage.
Do I sub in a divine roll for this mess or whatever? Let's just roll it. Let's just see what happens. It'll be funny either way.
Why do we fly in the air every
18.
time he rolls?
Yeah,
you say?
What was that like?
Every time he rolls, all our guys fly into the air on my screen.
Oh, sorry.
Does he? Do you have a?
I hit
the
R.
figures. Do you have the figures highlighted too?
Oh, I did. Sorry, guys. That makes sense. I rolled a 19 then. 18 plus 1.
They look a little suspicious at first, but they take the drinks. Go and mark off 6 silver from your gold or silver.
I look at Hadoke and say, thank you.
I'm going to shake my head.
So, did the barkeep have an answer?
What was the question? You're asking for like hunters?
Does he know any hunters that hunt between here and Orthorn that we could speak with?
There might be some in the, out in the. Some of them, especially rangers, tend to live out in the forest for a while.
But he might know a general
He hasn't-
area we could go to.
He mentions that path. It's a from Orthorn to Terralin Village is a great hunting spot, especially because of all the owlbears there.
Right.
Oh, God.
Right.
All
Have
right.
you seen an owlbear? It's pretty ferocious.
all right.
Nobody's
Maybe-
seen an owlbear. That's just a myth at this point.
Maybe the event trigger, guys, is us going back to the other village, and during the night or something, we'll hear a scream or something. I think at this point, let's just go back to the village, and if we can't find her, we can at least kill those orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to head that way anyways, but I think we should keep a watch for any hunters' camps along the way so we can talk with them.
Right.
I have an idea too when we get back on the path.
The ranger should pay attention too, since he should be good in the woods.
The
I
owl's
will.
gonna
Yes.
the owl's going to pay attention too, because he's.
I don't
better
care
than
about the
ranger.
owl. I want an actual thing keeping watch.
The owl. Remember, the owl alerted us all to the wolf attack. So the owl has established itself as a important character.
My high roll on perception alerted me to the wolves, thanks.
Got
Can I
an
roll a
idea
deception
for the-
check to see? Can I roll a
Yeah.
persuasion check to see if I can convince lacking character that the owl's important?
Yeah. You have disadvantage because he doesn't really like you. Or he's kind of indifferent to you. But go and make persuasion with disadvantage.
Do I have to roll?
Yeah. Add a roll d20 and just add your charisma modifier.
Okay.
My other roll is a divine roll of 14. No, actually, it's a
13?
divine roll of 13. So I'll actually wait. It's disadvantage.
You already used one of those, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I backed out. I'm just
Yes,
gonna roll
two.
twice. I'm gonna roll twice. I'm not going to use divine rolls
I
because I
didn't roll
forgot
very
how
high anyways.
disadvantage works. So I have 11 right now and 11. So clearly, and I have my perception modifier or persuasion modifier is plus one. 12. Can you beat a 12?
No, that's better than mine.
Yes.
You think the owl might have some use, but you haven't seen it a lot currently because you were asleep when the owl was alerting everyone.
Well, I'll admit that it helps him. It doesn't help me.
Good enough. We can end this stupid nonsense.
Are we going back then out onto the path? Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Yes. You guys weren't doing Brenton's thing, right? You're just going back to Orthorn or something?
Right.
Yep.
We told Brenton
Okay.
we'd come back if we had time.
All right.
I believe that was the decision, right?
Yeah, he gave you guys a deadline of about a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have an idea if we're back on the path. Just let me know where we are.
Where's our path?
We need a path. Oh, mighty GM.
Sure. Hold on, give me one second. Yeah, that's about right. And then you got to get some trees too. I'm good at doing trees.
Am I going to be leading out front here? Because they won't be tracking or whatever.
Are those your trees?
Can I roll the general perception
Not good at
check
drawing.
first to see if I see any sort of tracks or anything?
Those are happy little trees.
God. We're not starting that.
Can I roll to see how happy the trees are?
Of course, go ahead.
Is that with advantage or disadvantage?
Just a straight roll.
All right.
Here we go. I'm gonna watch carefully. I'm rolling a perception check.
Natural 20, guys. Natural 20.
Ooh, good. Natural 20. Ooh, the trees look happy. Good for you. I rolled a 19 perception.
For what were you looking for?
Keeping watch as we walk.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind as you continue on. You don't see anything right now, but
Can I roll the general perception check for any tracks or just anything that I happen to see, whether it's to that woman or not?
yeah, you can roll perception as well.
Is that passive perception or is that an actual roll?
2.
What
is my perception
if you're actually looking around, it's active. If you're not paying attention, it's passive perception.
All right, just I'm just gonna have the owl like paying attention, but it has a natural passive perception of 13. So
I still have my idea too as we're traveling here.
What's
So
your
I'm
idea?
going to turn to the group and be like, if we're trying to attract attention, the best way to do that is make noise. And doesn't our small friend have something that makes a lot of noise that might attract hunters?
His mouth?
Or I could just shout. I think I'm good at that. Odd to
the Hayden's character could actually turn into an animal to attract hunters.
That is true.
He can talk to animals. Can you talk to an animal?
And see if it's seen anything, right?
Yes.
Yeah, oh god, that costs a spell. Well,
talk to the bluebirds and let us know.
My character mentions that he won't be as powerful if he does this.
We'll take a long rest soon anyway.
Isn't your main attack a cantrip anyways?
It is, but I can also heal as well. I'm the healer, kind of.
Well, I haven't seen that really yet, so why don't you talk to the
us
animals?
He's done lots of healing, actually.
And,
he healed us after that goblin encounter in the cave.
He didn't heal me.
Yes. He didn't need the health.
You saw him heal.
They gave you a potion, remember?
I'm going to remind him that after a short rest, he gets one of his spell slots back, so if he really needs it back, we can take a short rest afterwards for him.
I also have Cure Wounds as well. So.
I've got second wind now. I'm good to go.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good ability. All right, I'll speak to a bird up in the tree. I'll cast. Let me mark it off as my spell. Speak with animals, and let me double check, make sure if there's any limits on this. 1 second.
Dude, that's a ritual. It doesn't even use a spell slot.
I think only wizards get to use that.
Oh, never mind then. What class are you again?
He's a druid.
I'm a druid, yes. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to talk to one of the birds, and I'm going to ask if they've seen a halfling that's been traveling up and down these roads before. And
Recently.
The bird...
Make sure it's recently.
Yeah, recently. The bird has not seen it, but I am going to request that it keeps an eye out.
What about a hunter or a ranger?
It says it's seen a person further down this path about 7-8 hours ago.
Right.
Right near Orthorn, if they've seen a person. But other than that, it says they'll keep an eye out.
You're right about wizards, by the way. Only wizards can unless you have the ritual caster feat.
Yep.
Can I get you to ask the bird, have you seen any owl bears in these woods?
Oh, I stay away from those things. Those are very,
Not
very
real.
deadly.
The answer's not real. Thank the bird for the information, though, for us.
I think it, and it reminds me it mentions to try not to go into the forest too much, as there are very bad things in there. And it said it'll travel up and down this road and see if it sees anything for us.
Okay.
And if we ever come back to the spot right by the, actually, do you guys want it to have a specific place to meet if it ever sees anything? Would you want to meet back here, or would you want it to be near Orthorn?
It's an awfully friendly bird.
I'm
Can
very
I roll a check
charismatic.
to see if this bird has got any ulterior motives?
It seems like it might.
You just hear chirping right now, and I'm currently chirping at the bird as well.
Can my
You
owl...
have no idea what I'm saying.
Just it doesn't need to watch out really for us, because who knows if we'll ever be back this way.
All right.
I don't want to lock it into something, and then we're never going to come back here, and it'll always be waiting for us to come
And the
back.
bird
so it
stays
gets the
there and
information.
starves to death.
You're right.
Or do you guys want any other questions to it, or no?
I still want to roll an insight check on that bird with disadvantage.
You can roll an insight check.
It'll
Sure.
be with disadvantage, right? Because I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, just
You're a
no, I
ranger.
won't do
You
it.
should be able to tell. I would think, unless I'm thinking of a ranger as something different than what I think it is.
I think
Ranger as a forest hunter.
Right. So he should kind of know what's up with birds.
Say,
I'll roll an insight check just for giggles.
Insight check was 21 for me.
Oh, I'm not going to roll an insight check.
So you can tell it's a happy little bird.
It's a bird.
What kind of bird?
Yeah.
You're used. It's a robin.
Oh man, you never trust those robins.
You've seen bird chirping before, and this one seems pretty honest with the way it's chirping. Like, guys, I got this. you're like, I squinted at it, looking at the way its mouth moves, or its beak moves, looking for any signs of deceit, and comes out clean. You just fucking you insight checked a bird.
What's
If we take our short rest, I can inspect the bird, see if it has any magical properties, and learn more about it.
No. So it's got to be pretty close to time to camp. So we're about due for a long rest, anyways.
After we spent an hour chatting with a bird and investigating it.
It was
Yeah,
like
it's-
3 when we left town.
It's about 4:30, so you guys could do
Oh,
about
we
5
didn't go
more
that far
hours
then.
of travel. This is right outside the city, by the way.
Oh,
You could do about 5 more hours of travel. You'd be about halfway at that point to the.
I think we
Let's
should.
let's
Oh,
do that.
it should
and-
be safe there too, because we killed all the wolves there yesterday.
Yeah, our last camp. So we'll go back to our
Maybe you'll
last.
never know.
We'll go back to our last camp. And can we assume that assuming like you don't trigger any sort of event between now and then, can we assume we took a short rest so you can get your spell slot back?
Oh yeah. If you guys are going like at a short pace, I will usually allow a short rest. So if you want to regain spell slots or whatever, you can.
I haven't used any, and I mean it's only for you, but we might as well use up that short rest since I don't think we're gonna have. Whatever. I don't know. I just want you to have that extra spell slot since might as well use it.
Let me check. I think that's 3rd level. I get that, but I'll double check.
Oh, you don't get the thing where that. Oh, that's right. I keep thinking you're a wizard.
But I think it's at 3rd level. I get that ability because I took Circle of the Land as a druid.
Okay, yeah, never mind then. We're not going to take a short rest. All right, let's move us to our old camp then.
Okay.
All right.
I do actually, yeah. At 2nd level, I get it.
Oh, good. Okay, so just
So,
assume we took a short rest
I
and you got your
will-
spell slot back.
You guys don't have to take a short rest, but I will. So you guys can save, your hit dice and everything. I will use it to regain the spell slot.
Very cool.
Right.
I also still have 1d6 of inspiration. I haven't even touched yet.
Save that for an emergency. I haven't used either of my divine rolls yet either, so
I just want to use it when it happens to be that I'm, trying to get in somebody's door, as an example.
So you can beat another old lady up.
I didn't beat her up. I just so happened to push her off the feet.
well,
Rounds.
remember what our group name is. Don't stand so close to me. Or
That is
whatever.
true. That is true.
She made the mistake of standing close to him, so
The door is extra locked tonight.
is that you drawing the door in the village right there? Or who's that drawing?
I think that's a campfire.
Oh, is that Lack?
Yeah, it was drawing our camp.
All right.
Okay. So I'll position you guys around that, I suppose.
Okay.
Are you guys going off the path for this?
Well, just off the path. You don't
Yeah,
camp
barely
in the
off the-
middle of the
okay.
path.
Yeah, well, we were literally at our campfire from last time.
Okay. Just remember there are a bunch of trees around as well, but you guys can easily camp right here.
Do I
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
just
try to remember where all those trees were, like the one the wolf ran his head into and stuff? Is it gonna
I
be
will
important?
keep track of that in case a wolf runs into a tree again.
Just assume again that I've cast. I mean, technically, I don't know. It's been a mile, but assume I cast my alert rituals all around the place, 20 feet
Yep.
out again, and Owly the owl is standing by and keeping watch actively.
Got it. Yeah, this is an immediate effect if they enter the area.
Correct.
So, who is doing first watch? It's now about 9:30. You guys have about 6 hours left to travel.
Is it still kind of light?
It's dark right now.
I'll take first watch like I usually do.
I'll probably do one of the last ones then when it's starting to get light because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a perception check, like them.
Okay.
As you spend the first 2 hours sitting watching around Dark Forest.
I do have dark vision. Do I get advantage or anything? Ugh, I got a 1. I don't see anything. But my owl. What about my owl?
So Layla fell asleep.
Yeah. Who's next on watch? Anyone want to go next?
It should probably be you or Eri, so because you guys got dark vision.
Okay.
So we'll make it you.
I wake up about 3 hours later after not having been woken up by the currently asleep gnome. I'll spend 1 hour shaking my head and watching around, make sure there's nothing. Let me see.
Now the owl will, since it's in range of me, it can telepathically wake me up. So if the owl does see something, it can wake me up.
Yep. And I do not see anything for this hour. I will wake up the next person. Who's that?
It's still really dark.
It'd be
yeah,
right
it's
next.
Like Oxlawn.
okay. Let me hold on a second.
Are you back now, Ray?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Eli, make a perception check.
Where'd my D20 go?
Do you need one? There's probably some right over here. Yeah, right here.
5.
Hold on a second.
So much a roll as a drop, but whatever.
Let me open up the book.
Oh, good.
Oh no. Oh, what are we
How
running
close is it to the end of his watch? Because I would probably wake up for the last watch anyways.
This is the first hour in.
Okay, yeah, no, I'd still be asleep.
And again,
Hey,
well,
don't steal my
I'll
dice.
wake up because of the alert spells and owl the owl.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. What was your roll again, Eli?
5.
5? Yeah.
Yep.
You hear in the distance a loud screeching noise.
Is it an owlbear?
You are not sure.